Hello, everyone. This is Angela, and welcome to my channel, Angie the ENTJ. Please be sure to like, subscribe, comment, and click on the notifications bell so you'll know whenever I upload any new content. So let's get right into it. I want to explore my own personal thoughts on the Keke Palmer saga. Here's my take. So, we women are finally at a place, at least within the US, where we can fully be our actualized selves. For many centuries, if we're honest, our adulthood, and by our, I mean us women, our adulthood was defined by being restrained beneath male centered ideologies about who we are and how we're to properly function within the society. Most women, in my opinion, if given the opportunity, would wear a sheer dress and not think twice about it. Most women will wear anything that will enhance our beauty within our own eyes. The only thing that keeps us from doing it has to do more about what other people would think about it, what our families would think about it, what our communities would think about it, what would happen if so-and-so saw it and found out, and blah, 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 blah. And I say that respecting that people have different religions that require them to dress a certain kind of way. But even if you trace that one back, it has to do with this concept of modesty for women. Listen, I believe that Keke Palmer, as far as her sheer dress is concerned, was being her natural, unadulterated feminine self. And this feminine version of herself falls outside of the hypocritical, Puritan American social construct. I do not understand why it is such a big deal to see a woman dress sensually, especially in evening attire, while attending an event where there are other responsible adults who are also having a good time. What's wrong with looking good, being young, and free? She was sensual, not pornographic. She's an adult who is in tune with herself, not a sexually repressed individual who sees their significant other as a substitute parent, and that parent's job is to restrain her nature for, the supposed good of all society. Ugh, please. Many of you are going to take issue with my perspective because I am knocking on a door that you are afraid to open within yourselves. You are afraid to express your sensual nature openly for a variety of reasons. However, there are those of us out here that are perfectly fine and in tune with who we are. And for those of you who want to see this as a new thing, let's go back up to approximately 5,000 years ago. There was this ancient Egyptian queen known as Nefertari. As you can see, here's a picture of her holding the staff of her office, which represents her power, in one hand, while she's playing a game known as Senate with her other hand. And in order to play the game Senate, by the way, you have to have a high level of intelligence to get through that game. So this is representing, among so many other things, that she was a highly intelligent person. What I want to point out is that this very powerful woman, what she's wearing. She's wearing a sheer linen dress with nothing else beneath it. At least Keke Palmer covered up her private bits. But back in Nefertari's day, that wasn't necessary. And during her time, when men were building structures that still, unto this day, no other group of men have been able to replicate, this woman, Nefertari, a queen, was able to enter into a space and have heads bow in her presence, men and women alike, while she was wearing her sheer dress with nothing beneath it. And this sheer dress barely hid the contours of her body. Keke Palmer is no different. She can walk into a space and people will know that she has the ability to either help directly, change their lives for the better, or she has the ability to connect them with the people who can. Sheer dress or not, Keke Palmer is a powerful woman in her own right. And she is secure in herself. And I think it's wonderful to see a woman being herself without inhibition. I'm not here to tell people, by the way, to worship the way that I worship or to follow my culture or spirituality. I do think, however, the ancients were onto something. It was evident that they did not waste their time worrying about what women wore. Instead, they spent it developing a civilization that lasted for numerous dynasties and even had women as rulers in their sheer dresses. Perhaps the people who are worrying about Keke Palmer's dress can spend that time and energy finding a solution to this, I don't know, climate change crisis that's going on and burning us up on the planet. Okay, we just finished having some of the hottest days in human history that's been recorded on this planet. Okay, or, if that's too much, they could clean up the Pacific garbage patch. Okay, that's constantly swirling around in the ocean. Or instead of worrying about what the rest of us surviving women are doing, those of us who are currently surviving femicide and are currently surviving the reversal of our rights, they can solve this incel problem. Solve the national deficit. Solve the housing crisis. Solve the healthcare crisis. Certainly a new mom wearing a sheer dress, Keke Palmer, no different than her very own ancestors did thousands of years ago, is far from being an issue in and of itself. That's all I have to say for now. Please be sure to like, subscribe, comment, and click on the notifications bell so you'll know whenever I upload any new content. Take care until next time.